Hey y'all, welcome to day 9, for real this time, of our affirmation challenge. I messed up the numbers because my mama's birthday is on the 9th and I was trying to remind myself to forget it, and I guess I just made a slip. But anywho, here we are today. Our affirmation of the day is I create sacred space within and around me. Peace begins in the place that I call home. And so with this quote, I really connected to this part of sacred space. A lot of times we think sacred space is reserved for altars or church or what have you. And a lot of people say home is where the heart is, but home is where your soul is most alive, in my opinion. I don't think it's in a stationary place. I think our heart is different spaces that we've loved all around the world, but that's just my part. Anyway, let's get into how to create sacred space. Again, as I said earlier, a lot of people associate sacred space with this anomaly of being in a church or at an altar. And I just want you to know you are the most sacred tool you could ever have in life. Your body as a vessel itself is the most sacred tool. When we think of sacred space, it's divinely in you. Your mind, your body, and your spirit are the most important sacred spaces. And you can do this by really not even having a physical space, but choosing intentional self care, right? Through food, hydration, rest. Self care is an act of love and devotion to the most sacred parts of yourself. Are you listening? You can do protection, right? Wearing certain colors and anointing yourself with oils, whether that's holy oil or Ban oil. It's being mindful of what you absorb. Oh my goodness, I cannot stress this enough. This as far as news feeds, social media, conversations, um, and also the food. Um, I can't stress this enough, but going to super busy places to eat where your food isn't properly loved on before you put it in your belly is a whole different type of spiritual warfare, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Another thing you can do to honor your vessel as a sacred space is honoring your energy. Set boundaries, speak with love, and remove yourself indefinitely when you are not spoken to with love. Also, unclutter your space. Now, if we're talking about creating a physical space, I would encourage you to incorporate nature. So let's say you work in an office. The office can be at home or at work. Add things that you love that bring your senses peace. So that can be nature, fake waterfalls, flowers, lights, candles, incense, right? You can use crystals, sacred text, images that bring you peace. And you know how I feel about sound. Make sure you have a playlist that is fit for your nervous system when it's at its best and when it's at its lowest. I'm dropping actual gems here because this was only supposed to be 30 seconds. You can also design a corner for reflection. Back when I had an in person office, I had a meditation corner, one for me and one for the kids. It was worth every penny. I would do it again, again, and again. The goal of remaining sacred in your vessel is to bring sacredness wherever you go. You can use crystal or a necklace or any jewelry that you have that makes you feel safe and grounded. You can use breath work as the visualization to reset your energy. And also affirmations, because with affirmations, you are reprogramming your subconscious to do things that it could normally do. Don't take that for granted. Again, our affirmation of the day is I create sacred spaces within and around me. Peace begins in the place I call home. I create sacred spaces within and around me. Peace begins in the place I call home. When you see yourself as the altar first, you will naturally attract and create spaces that reflect your inner world. With all of these tips, you help make your inner world sacred. That's it. That is all. I will see y'all later. And